So my name's Lauren and I work at the RSAA like Javier, and this session is really important. So you've been chosen to be you're going to basically test an idea and see whether you like it and see what you like about it, see what you don't like about it.
Thanks very much for that introduction. So my name's Alan Beck and I'm CEO of the WIB, the Wellbeing Indicator Badge. And this is Owen there, over there. He's the WIB's videographer and he's going to make a short film of this session. We talk about well-being being really important. Yeah? Is it important? So, you know, who creates well-being then? We do. Any other thoughts? Is it your teacher? Do they create well-being? Yes. Is it the head teacher? Is it your mates? It's everybody's responsibility. We co-create well-being. And we do that all the time. Doesn't matter where we are, school, doesn't matter. Okay? But it's problematic, isn't it? If we all co-create well-being, because we then need to know each other's feelings, wouldn't we? And if I look at you now, you all look great. So should I just assume that you're great? Should we assume that I'm great? Therefore, well-being's perfect. I mean, we at the WIB have found this great way. We think it's a great way anyway. You might not think it's a great way. That's why we need to know what you think. But we think it's a great way to explore the idea that how are we going to communicate how we're feeling? So what we did was we created this badge. It's called the Wellbeing Indicator Badge, or the WIB. And it's got a scale of 1 to 10 on it, okay? So you just turn this around like that. And it displays the number. I'll be honest, I'm not great. I'm a 6. Which represents really how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's not an exact science, it's a guess. You're just putting a number to a feeling. And maybe as you move along throughout the day, you'll find that you'll change the number because you've decided you're not a 6, you're a 7 or a 4. In reality, our energy changes and fluctuates throughout the day. We're never a 10 all day long. Who's a 10 all day long here? No. Right, great. When I say 3, 2, 1, go, I want you to go and stand on the piece of paper with the number that reflects your energy level. So, have you understood what you've got to do? Yeah, I'm not asking you to stand on chairs. Stand on pieces of paper with numbers. Are you ready? 3. Think about what number you might be. 3, 2, 1, go! Very interesting. All right, are you happy with the number you're standing on? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So, can I come to you then? You're a number 4, I see. Well, do you want to just tell us a little bit about why that might be?
I'm just hungry.
Hungry? Well, that's really important. We get hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, 4 people on number 7. Interesting. Let's just have a quick. Why are you a 7 then, do you think?
I don't know, I think I'm in quite a good mood.
You're in a good mood.
A few stresses.
Yes. Yeah, recovering from some stresses.
Yeah, I'm going through some stresses.
Still going through some stresses, really? Right, can't see them, can you? That's interesting. Invisible stresses.
Invisible stresses.
And what about you then? Why are you? So you've got some stresses as well. Okay. Lauren?
Yeah, my stresses are the fact that I lost my passport and I'm meant to be going on holiday tonight, but I'm a 7 because this totally lifted my spirit.
Oh, that's... Wow.
Super cheesy, I know. It's true.
That is a good reason. I like that reason. Right. 3 people on number 6.
I don't know what I'm on here.
Well, but that I think that's important. We don't actually know. Often we cannot express how we're feeling. So that's fine. You're on, but you've identified 6. What about you?
I'm here because I'm happier than I usually am. I'm usually a 2, but
Okay.
I'm out of school. I'm on a trip.
You're
I'm
free.
in a city I love, so
Yeah.
but I'm only a 6 because of school. I'm stressed and there's a lot of things going on.
Oh, okay. All right. But you're going to win the thing today.
Oh, yeah,
that's,
obviously,
that's something to look forward to. And why are you a 6 then, Jim?
I think, again, similar. So we're in London. It's a good day. Excited to see what's going to happen. But a little bit tired from the journey home.
Yeah.
So not quite 10.
Right. And finally, I hope you got a good photograph. She spent so much time on those tights getting them right. They had to be perfect. They were pretty damn good next to that 5. So, why are you a 5?
Well, it was a 3-hour drive. It was raining. My hair's terrible.
But that's great, isn't it? I mean, these are real thoughts, real beliefs, real feelings, and they would get in the way, potentially, of co-creating well-being. Yeah? Because if I'm having a bad hair day, it's terrible. Okay, that's great. Anything else you want to say about this? So look, before, let's not forget, you were just sitting around a room, sitting in chairs like you normally do at school, and I wouldn't have known where you were at all. Right? So this has helped me understand. So I think, it's really important to remember something here, that being a 10 doesn't mean you're a super person, and being 1 doesn't mean you're a terrible person. All numbers are equal. They're just reflecting where you are. And we can all do things really well from the number we're at. Yeah? So if we see somebody with a low number, how would we? You would ask them, would you? You would cheer them up. Give them a cuddle, okay.
Just like this now.
Say that again.
I'd just act stupid and that'll make them laugh.
Entertain them, yeah. So you would change the way you relate to them, yeah, if I summarise that. You see there are 3, you are going to change the way you talk to them. Now I would suggest that you don't interview them, don't ask them questions, because when you're ill or a low number, the last thing you want to do is have to explain yourself. Instead, you want people to react. So do you like that idea that people would learn to react to a number? Because actually a number is a really short sentence. I'm a 3. Yeah? I shouldn't really have to explain why you are. You just are at the moment. Maybe you'll be 4, 5, 6 later. So do you like that idea? Is that an idea? Put your hand up if you think this is a good idea, this with badge thing. Can you put it right up? And again, a bit higher. Yeah, yes. Just use your whole arm. Excellent. Nice big hand over here as well. Thank you. That's really great. Any thoughts? Any thoughts you want to add? How can we improve this thing? What could we do that we haven't thought of? Yes.
I feel like because it's a number, it's harder to explain, but if it was something more relatable to teens, do you want to use it in schools?
We use it everywhere.
Well, if you wanted to use it in schools, I feel like with teenagers, it would be more relatable if you use maybe faces or emojis.
I've done a TED talk, and on that TED talk I talk about emojis and why we don't use emojis. And it's just that emojis limit. I mean, seeing a smiley face doesn't tell you much. But a number across a range gives you a greater sense of where they are, especially as we fluctuate. So that I'm only answering why we wouldn't. So we would educate people out of emoji and into numbers because they're more valuable. And also, you can put your rating to the number, whereas a smiley face is a smiley face, isn't it? It's a bit limiting. But that's our reason. But I like what you said. Anything else?
Maybe because some people over there struggled with articulating why that number.
Yes.
There might be sort of like a traffic light system that's red, amber or green saying I can talk about it, I might be able to talk about it, but with a bit of effort, or I'm okay to talk about it, I'm confident.
Yes, okay.
But were you saying about having a number and a traffic light? So the traffic light might be about whether you're willing to communicate that the number is...
Right, I like that. I like that idea. We should stop interviewing people. Full stop. You know, it's like when you go to somebody, are you all right? What do you say to that? How are you? What do you say? I'm okay. And then you say, so what are you doing today? And what's happening there is you're creating a distance between you and the person, because you're asking them a whole series of questions. But when we're talking to people who are essentially energy forms, energy flow forms, and that you're relating to them, actually you need to take into account that rather than whatever it is they're thinking. Thinking is only one element of who they are. I think I'm great, but it may not be true. So if we take people slightly out of thinking and more into intuition and instinct, subjective thinking, then we might not like it, but over time we learn that our answers to questions aren't good enough. And actually we need to be talking to each other in a different way. What do you think to that?
Yeah.
At first I thought the number was quite small, but actually if you think about the way that you interact with people one-to-one, you can it's small enough that you can see when you're close by, but it's not screaming at the whole world how you're feeling.
Good point. And again, you wouldn't believe this has been going on for 2 years, the design and the questioning and the research and the thinking about it. We're still doing it now. But you're right. In the end, we decided to make it small enough so it's close, intimate contact.
Just wondering how you think it would work in your school. Like, say you came back to school with these badges, would your friends, would you be able to explain it to them? Do you think they'd be receptive? Do you think they'd be like, that's rubbish? Do you like the colour blue? What do you think?
I mean, if there's a wide colour range, it means you could wear it with any outfit, because obviously blue's not like the magical black. You can't just put on with anything, from a fashion point of view. Yeah, so if there's a wide colour range, it could also allow you to express yourself throughout the badge as well.
I just think maybe with you need to make sure that people know that me and a one is a bad thing.
Yes,
it's a good thing to be a one.
Yes, you have to learn. You have to learn that. That's true.
First question is, how important is the WIB to you on a scale of 1 to 5? Now this person has put 1. It's not important. Clearly not important to them. And this one here is, how satisfied are you with the WIB? Now, satisfaction, let's just say that we'll call that happy. How happy are you with it? And that's on a scale of 1 to 7. And then the last question, you've got a multiple choice. You could choose one of the 3 options. How we would improve the badge. Make it bigger, print pictures on it, different colours, or like online, can you order one where you can put your own picture on there, a picture of your dog, a picture of your teddy bear, something else, or artwork. All right. So just 3 options. We just want to know what you would like, basically.
I feel like it's a good thing to implement in schools, but with a certain barrier.
Yeah.
But if you have it, someone that you might never have talked to, they might come up and go, do you want something? Do you need anything? Because you're this number. Thank you.
That's interrogation.
Well, not really, but you could go to them and ask them, want to get you a drink, do you want me to buy something?
The idea of like a group of people having a WIB would take them through that process of thinking about it and get to that place where none of us are really that great at getting to know each other that well. So maybe we all need to improve those skills. But because I'm a psychologist, because I'm a researcher, scientist, I want to know if this really is relevant and useful. But even if this turns out to be a load of old rubbish, it won't matter because we've looked at it, we've learnt something. That's what matters. So thank you.